Interesting. Thought-provoking. Relevant. Conversations that matters the most. Let's talk beyond the basics.
Even though I'm surrounded by constant stimulation and distractions, I often enjoy immersing myself in my own thoughts. I drift inward, notice tiny details, stay curious, and let my mind wander. These little moments bring a kind of toddler like happiness that's simple, genuine, and energizing. This simple joy keeps me curious and gives me a fresh momentum to explore what's around me. And one observation that's quietly repeated throughout my life has been seeing Ganesha at home, in temples, in little corners of Indian stores, sometimes even on a dashboard or a keychain. That steady presence, appearing again and again in ordinary places, eventually made me take a closer look, not by remembering the stories, but taking a fresh look at the form itself. That fresh observation led me to a deeper, more honest question. What does this form really mean to my rational mind? Not the mythological Ganesha or the story of Shiva cutting his head, not the rituals or religious framing, but the symbol, the archetype, the psychology encoded in this form. This episode is about how my rational mind understands Ganesha not as a deity with an elephant head, but as a visual philosophy of what a powerful, obstacle removing mind looks like. Why an elephant head? When I stopped looking at Ganesha as a god and started looking at him as a symbol, everything changed. Elephants are extraordinary beings. They remember faces and routes for decades. They comfort distressed members of their herd. They mourn their dead. They are calm, perspective, emotionally intelligent, and when needed, they can remove obstacles literally, trees, barriers, anything in their path. So the elephant head is not random. It represents a mind with clarity, memory, emotional maturity, and calm strength. The symbolism is precise. Big ears to listen more than you speak, small eyes to focus and observe quietly, large head to think broadly and remember deeply, the trunk to adapt, be strong and delicate at the same time. This is a cognitive design. Ganesha's head is the blueprint of an ideal mind. Why a human body? The elephant head represents wisdom, the human body represents action. One without the other is incomplete. A wise mind that does nothing is useless, and an active body without wisdom is dangerous. Ganesha is the union of both, the reminder that clarity must guide action and the action must express clarity. This is why he is worshipped before beginnings, not because he magically removes obstacles, but because his form reminds us of the mental state required to remove obstacles ourselves. The broken tusk, my favorite symbol. Of all his features, the broken tusk is the one that speaks to me the most. It is the symbol of imperfection, ego transcendence, and maturity. Elephants normally have two tusks: symmetry, pride, strength. Ganesha keeps one whole and one broken. This is deliberate. It teaches: let go of perfectionism. Don't cling to ego. Accept that wisdom often comes through damage. Use your wounds as tools, not excuses. In symbolism, Ganesha uses the broken tusk as a writing instrument. That image is very powerful. Here's my interpretation. Transform your pain into wisdom. Use your scars to create, not destroy. The broken tusk is not a flaw. It is a badge of evolution. It is the reminder that growth is messy and that the mind capable of removing obstacles is not perfect. It is indeed integrated. The mouse. To me, the mouse symbolizes the restless mind. As we see, Ganesha's vehicle is a mouse, a tiny, restless creature, always running, always nibbling, always distracted. The mouse symbolizes the human mind when it is uncontrolled, impulsive, anxious, craving, restless. Ganesha riding the mouse means wisdom must sit on top of desire. The higher mind must guide the lower mind. When the mouse drives, life becomes chaotic. When Ganesha drives, life becomes purposeful. The big belly represents emotional digestion. Ganesha's large belly is not about food. It's about capacity, the ability to digest experiences, emotions, failures, disappointments, and complexity. A mind that cannot digest life becomes reactive. A mind that can digest life becomes stable. The belly symbolizes emotional resilience, the ability to hold life without being overwhelmed. The real meaning of Ganesha. When I put all these symbols together, Ganesha becomes something far more profound than a deity. He becomes a psychological model, a diagram of the qualities required to remove obstacles. These qualities are clarity, listening, memory, emotional intelligence, adaptability, strength with gentleness, acceptance of imperfection, control over desire, capacity to digest life, and wisdom guiding action. This is why Ganesha is invoked before beginnings, not because he magically clears the path, but because his form reminds us of the mindset needed to clear our own path. So, here's my reflection. When I look at Ganesha now, I don't see mythology. I don't see religion. I don't see a god with an elephant head. I see a visual philosophy, a symbolic representation of the mind I aspire to build. I aspire to build my mind with these qualities: to be calm, perceptive, emotionally steady, flexible and wise, imperfect and integrated, capable of transforming pain into clarity, and also capable of guiding action with intelligence. Ganesha is not outside us. He is a mirror of what the human mind can become, and that, to me, is far more powerful than any myth.